Hey everybody, you're listening to the Shuper. Hey everybody, you're listening to the Shonen Brothers Network. Yeah. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, me too.
Sweet.
I think so. How do we start this shing?
I don't know.
This shing? How do we start this shing?
Hi, welcome to our podcast. Yeah, my name is Brady.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Super Shonen Brothers, the greatest anime podcast out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your host, Daniel.
Yeah. And I'm Brady. Hello. Salutations.
My other host.
Yeah.
Well, not my other host, but the podcast's other host.
Yep. I know more about anime than Daniel, so.
No, we've been over this. Everyone heard the first episode.
Right.
And now you're just trying to be that guy that thinks he knows everything.
Yeah, sure. I'm trying to be that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, okay.
And you are that guy, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We all know you don't know a thing about anime.
You know, yeah, that's true.
We've already been through this last week. And we don't need to go through this again.
We don't need to repeat it. It's fine.
Yeah, because all you do is talk about One Piece. That's the only anime you ever know.
I mean, it's true. One Piece Chapter 1003 came out the other day.
Didn't
Amazing.
You already said that.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
I said 1002.
A new chapter comes out all the time.
Yeah.
And you know who read it?
A lot of people.
Nobody. Name one person you know.
Okay, I don't know anyone personally, which is why it's awful, because I love One Piece and I don't know anyone to talk to about it. It's awful.
See, I told you. Nobody read it.
One day I'll have a friend who actually knows One Piece.
One day. Until then, all you got is me.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You don't have friends. All right. Well, what's the news of this week?
All right.
You better have something good.
I have
because last week was just awful to
I
listen.
feel like the news last week was good.
All we got to hear about is hentai.
Hey. Never mind.
I'm not. What were you going to say? No, say it. Now they're wondering.
No,
we're all wondering.
I feel like that's valid news. That anime has been causing a shitstorm online.
True. I'll give you that one.
Yeah,
It's valid.
Yeah, it's valid.
We all could tell you were excited for it.
I'll kill you.
We all know you're excited.
All right. Anyways, into the news.
Yeah. That's our theme. Into the news.
So yeah,
I'll have to do a musical thing to that. Into the news. Into the news. Into the news. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, good.
Sorry, that was terrible.
You sure you're done?
No.
Okay.
When have I ever been done?
I know. All right. Well, so the first piece of news. So I don't think you've seen it, but they announced that the final season of Fruits Basket will air in spring 2021.
I've heard good things.
I'm actually really excited about that. I'm about halfway through the second season right now.
Yeah.
And it's a really good show. It's really good. Do you know what Fruits Basket is about?
Well, you're talking to the guy that knows everything about anime.
Right. So you should know.
So Fruits Basket is about a basket, right?
Yep.
Well, it takes place in a basket.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fruit. And the fruit kind of fight over which is the best fruit. And so there's this big tournament arc where the fruit will literally go all out on each other. And the tomato is out of its place, but it always is no guys, I'm a fruit. I swear. I have seeds. Anyway, what's the next news?
I'll just leave it at that. That is not the plot, but I want that to be an anime now. That'd be great.
I know.
A fruit tournament anime.
We're gonna do it. That's what we're gonna make.
Yeah. All right.
A fruit anime. That's a whole tournament just between fruit.
Veggie Tales, the anime, except fruit.
Fruit Tales.
Yep.
No, we're calling it Fruits Basket.
All right.
We'll get sued.
All right. And then the other piece of news.
Yeah.
So this was really surprising to me. But apparently Black Clover will end with its 170th episode on March 30th. There's no way that's
Really? They're
that's
already
true.
almost over?
I'm sure they're gonna do a sequel series or something because the manga isn't even close to being finished.
Really?
So I don't know why they announced that, but they also announced that on the same day they're gonna have a huge announcement. So I don't know what that means, but it's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like Dragon Ball, when they went from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Super in the manga, is it just still all considered Dragon Ball, or did they call it, I guess when they went from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z, sorry, is that just considered Dragon Ball?
No, they're separated. It's
So
Dragon Ball then Dragon Ball Z. Yeah.
Okay.
They're different titles.
Well,
yeah.
then there goes my guess with the manga for Black Clover.
Yeah.
Who knows what they're doing?
Yeah, I don't know
They're
what
crazy.
the anime is doing.
I heard it was bad to begin with, and then it got really good.
It's not.
It's not.
I think Black
It's
Clover
no
is
One
amazing.
Piece.
It's true. It is no One Piece, but it is pretty spectacular.
No, like it's no One Piece. Like it's not like bad like One Piece.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because I feel like most of my friends would agree with you, and I hate that.
That's because everyone knows One Piece sucks. If we have any One Piece, what am I talking about? We don't have any One Piece fans.
Yeah.
But if we did, they'd be mad at me.
I just want to talk to
bash on
anyone
One Piece too
about
much.
One Piece.
No, listen, I've
Please.
seen the first 10 episodes. I can say whatever I want.
Yeah, that's all you need to know,
Yeah,
honestly.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would like it. I'll watch it.
Please do.
What's the next?
For my birthday, that's the present you should give me for my birthday. Just watch One Piece.
That's like the
Watch like the first 3 arcs of One Piece, and then it'll be good.
Do you deserve that? I'm just kidding. Think about it.
I guess that's up to you to decide, but that'd make me really happy. Yeah.
Would it?
Yeah. But anyways, another piece of news.
Another piece
Yeah.
of news.
Haha, One Piece.
Shut up.
All right, so this is also interesting. I'm sure it's nothing, but there is a chance it is something, which is interesting. So,
Yeah.
Hunter x Hunter could be getting a new anime project.
Really?
Perhaps.
Oh.
Maybe. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
So,
I really want Hunter x Hunter to continue.
Oh, me too.
That's such a great show.
So, the voice actresses of Gon and Killua recently
I
teased
love
a
Killua.
new project on their Twitters.
Yeah.
And
At
basically,
the same time? Or like around the same time?
Around the same time.
Ooh. So there's a good chance. Or either they're working on a different anime, completely
Yeah,
different,
maybe,
separate,
but-
or together.
Killua's voice actor wrote, "I have a recording today. Happy to meet my buddy on my way home." And then Gon's
Interesting.
voice actor said, "I met my buddy. She also tweeted, 'Yes, it was recording of that work. I think we can inform you soon. My origin.'"
Ooh. Oh, because aren't we going back to like... Didn't Killua go back home last?
Well, Gon did. Yeah, So I'm caught up
Oh, no,
with...
we're out of the part where Gon had to go save Killua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm caught up with the manga, and we haven't
Yeah.
gotten a new chapter for, I think it's been like 3 years now.
Oh my gosh. Why?
Just
What are they doing?
the creator just has a lot of health problems, and he's just really stubborn.
Oh, poor guy.
Because he could get someone to draw it for him. You
Yeah.
know, he could probably even get his wife to draw it for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Because his wife is the one who did Sailor Moon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew that, but
Wow.
yeah, he could easily get someone to draw it for him, and yet he doesn't, because he's
Wow.
just too stubborn and wants to draw it on his own, and yet still haven't gotten a chapter
I mean,
for 3 years.
To
so.
be same. To be fair, I would also be the same way.
I mean, yeah, I get it.
I'd want to do my work. Like, I mean, I know my wife. Like, it's not to say like if my wife was the person that drew Sailor Moon and wrote all Sailor Moon. Not to say that she's not professional or like not amazing, or would be perfect for the job. It's more the fact that like I would want to do it. Like, this is my baby.
Yeah, exactly. And especially with Hunter x Hunter's popularity,
Yeah.
I can't necessarily blame him. But at the same time, it's gotten to a point where it's like
3 years.
I don't know if Hunter x Hunter will be able to finish. The
It
next
better
arc
finish.
expands on the story and lore and the world so much
Yeah.
that there's so much there, but he just won't do it. So
Never lucky.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm not even sure if we'd be able to get 12 episodes out of an anime,
Yeah.
out of the manga chapters that have released after the anime ended.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh. Maybe they'll just continue the anime without him.
I'd be okay for that. That'd be pretty great to me.
Same.
But
I love Hunter x Hunter.
same.
One of the best shows.
Yeah.
There it is on the blank wall.
Yep. The blank wall.
The blank wall. They don't know where we're at.
Yeah, we don't know.
You'll never find us.
Yeah, they'll never find us.
Never.
Yep. But we're in a room with a lot of blank walls that have
Shh, 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 shh. You're disclosing too much again. Every time
Feel like-
I tell you, you can't.
why not, Daniel?
Now they know-
It's an anime podcast.
Now they know we're in a room.
Where else would we be?
Anywhere. We could be on a boat,
We could be yeah,
in
sure.
a plane. We could be in a train.
But
We could be
technically
here or there
that
or
still
anywhere.
counts as a room.
I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them. Sam, I am.
Dr. Seuss is my favorite mangaka.
Same.
Yep.
Manga.
He writes the best manga.
Manga.
Mango.
Mangoes.
Yeah, there we go. I'm sorry.
Yes.
The
Pronounce
correct
it the way you
pronunciation.
pronounce it.
Uh-huh.
The way only you.
Only you can prevent.
What's the next piece of news?
I think that's it. I think that's all I had for
That's
today.
it. That's it.
It's not been
Okay. I can deal with some of that.
too
That's
much
good.
news.
We got Hunter x Hunter. We got the fruit tournament arcs.
Mm-hmm.
We got
And Black Clover.
Black Clover.
Yeah. That's about it.
That's all we got for you people.
Yep. That's all we
That's
got.
all the research Brady did.
Uh-huh.
Gosh, what did I hire him for?
You're not paying me. Did you technically hire me? Or did I volunteer?
I hired you.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. Anyways, what's our topic for today, Daniel?
Well, our topic today. Do we really want to get into it now?
I mean,
I'm just kidding. Our
I was
topic
like,
today.
What else are we going to get into?
Oh, enough side tangents, please. I need you to keep it down. You're derailing me. We're trying to get to the topic here, and you just keep derailing me.
You're the one at fault. It's you, not me. How dare I? How dare you?
How dare I? How dare you? Spider-Man meme. Anyway, this week, people, this week, friends, this week, fellow weebs and otakus, we are talking about the animes that impacted us. Now, you can take impact any way you want. If it really, like, impacted you, like, oh, yeah, it hit my heart really well. or if it just terrified you and you never want to watch that again, and you are just scarred for the rest of your life, like Brady was
God.
when he heard about Rehealer. Or every hentai Brady has watched.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me. You have a
No,
hentai
that
manga
doesn't-
sitting on the shelf. Don't lie to the
I feel
people.
like we should tell that story, actually.
Should we, or should we save it? Should we make them wonder? Brady likes hentai.
Oh.
That's the story.
Leave it up to you. Hey, I
Brady.
won't confirm nor deny.
We'll save it. Oh my god.
All right. Anyways.
Well, okay. You want to start?
Sure. I
I
guess.
think you should start.
All right. So,
I already know what you're gonna say too.
do you?
Yeah.
So
One Piece.
that's on the list of anime that have
I
impacted
know
me.
it is.
But,
I know
I
it
don't think I'm
is.
gonna start out with that. So I guess
Your list of 10
I'll
animes.
do an anime that traumatized me first.
Okay, I like it.
Because I think that's interesting, and I didn't even think about
A traumatizing anime.
yeah. So
Or maybe the anime just physically punched you in the face, like an impact to the face.
well that sounds like Clan Ad. Yeah,
Did it physically punched you in the
that's
face?
what it felt like.
No, I'm talking literally physically punched you in the
Oh.
face and broke your glasses.
Well,
That's right, Brady has glasses. He's a nerd.
mm-hmm.
This is an audio medium.
I know.
Nobody saw that. But I'll explain it to them.
Please
Brady
do.
just, like, the nerdiest way pushed his glasses up, and I'm assume you heard him inhale through his nose as he pushed his glasses up.
Listen,
And he did it again.
my glasses are loose. Okay, I have to push them up.
Yeah, with your middle finger.
Now, if only I
At
could get
me.
the light to like reflect in the glasses, then it would be perfect.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Anyways.
the anime that traumatized
Stop
me.
derailing us.
I'll try my best, Daniel.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
will try my best.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, the anime that traumatized me. So I watched it in like my freshman year of high school,
Yeah.
and
Ooh, I wonder what it is.
so I don't know if I've told you about Corpse Party before.
I think this anime impacted me without me even watching it.
Yeah, so I love horror anime. Horror anime is amazing.
Yeah, it's like
Higurashi, that's one of my
right up
favorite
there
anime
with
of all
hentai
time.
for you.
Yep,
I'm never gonna stop this
right
joke.
up there. Yeah, go for it. You know what? I'll embrace it.
It's
Sure.
not a joke. Anyway,
Okay. But Corpse
Corpse
Party,
Party.
not only is it just really gruesome for no reason, it's also just a bad anime. It's only 4 episodes. But those 4 episodes are just the worst shit ever. There's this one scene
how bad
that
could it
just
be?
killed me. It made me feel so awful. So all these kids got trapped in like this abandoned haunted school, basically. This haunted elementary school.
Yeah.
And they all got split up. And the little sister to like one of the main characters,
Yeah.
she was wandering around and she was scared out of her mind. She was looking
Gosh.
for her brother and she just didn't know what to do with herself. But then one of the other students who, I don't even remember what happened to him, but he had like half of his face torn off.
Oh.
And he like became psycho. Grabbed the little girl and then like slammed her on a table and then took a knife and like slit her stomach open.
Like how little of a girl? Like almost a teenager, or like?
Probably like 9 or 10.
Oh.
Yeah. And then he took the knife and then stabbed her eye.
Why?
Awful. And then her
Why,
older brother.
Why that? Like why a little girl? Like why?
Yeah,
Could have
right?
done it to like a grown woman and be less worse.
Awful. And then
I mean, I guess I don't know. That's why,
no,
why
it's
a child?
awful.
A child.
It's so stupid.
She wasn't even a teenager yet.
Yeah. And then her older brother came in and like killed the guy. And then she died in her older brother's arms. I'm like, God, that was just fucking awful. That
True
seems
anime.
awful. It's such a bad anime. I've heard the video game, is really good, actually.
I've heard that too.
And I've been tempted to play it because everyone says the anime is trash.
Yeah.
So I've been tempted to play that.
Interesting.
But yeah, that show is just awful. There's another scene where like a monster, like ghost, grabs one of the people's heads and just like slams it against the wall, and then just like runs up against the wall and just like shreds their face off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's. I wasn't expecting to talk about Corpse Party initially on this podcast, but
you can never expect
There
to
you go.
expect what you expect on this podcast.
yeah, what he said.
Yeah, I don't even think what I said made any sense, but
No, but I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
I also agree.
Yeah, Corpse
glad
Party
we
is awful.
agree.
Don't watch it. Please don't watch it.
Please watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it. If anybody watches Corpse Party, please write in about how you felt about it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know. I want to know what your feelings were about Corpse Party.
So, yeah, that's probably like the only anime that has impacted me in a negative way.
It's terrible.
But yeah, now you can go. What's an anime that's impacted you?
Impacted me in a bad way. Let's see. Something that's definitely impacted me terribly was coming across. It's pretty much a hentai. I think it was like Queen's Blade, and I was like,
Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me
I
about
watched
this.
it, and I'm like, oh,
Queen's Blade.
Oh.
Wow, that sounds like a cool title. I wonder what it's about.
yeah. And this is when I was like really new into anime, like really new, and I was like, I'll just watch whatever. I'll just dig through anime, see what comes up. Yeah, that was a bad idea. That was a mistake. I mean, honestly, like it wasn't a super hentai. Like nobody was having sex. In
Yeah,
it, I
it
don't
was just
think.
an ecchi.
Yeah, it was definitely an ecchi. There was a lot of boobs. It was practically Game of Thrones. Honestly, it was very Game of Thrones without the sex.
Yeah.
Just a lot of boobs. And I was like, this is awful. So I was scarred. I actually took a break from anime for a long time after that. I was like, I don't want to deal with that anymore. I was like, it's not even good.
Yeah, that's.
I was like, this is weird.
It's pretty sad because I feel like that happens pretty often with people
Oh, yeah.
getting into anime.
It'll ruin it for you.
Yeah.
Watch out there. If you are out there and you are just digging through anime, be careful of what you find.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
hey, maybe you're into that kind of stuff, and then
Yeah.
all the power to you.
I mean,
But,
we don't. Whatever you're into, all power to you. Whatever. We don't shame anybody, except for Brady,
thanks. Thanks, Daniel.
of course.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one anime that I just happened to just choose out of nowhere that turned out to be great was Assassination Classroom.
Oh, yeah.
I just picked it
I
out
always
of
forget
nothing.
about that,
Yeah.
actually, how...
I was like,
You're the one who introduced me to that show.
Yeah.
I never even heard about it before you
one
talked
night I
about
was just
it.
looking through anime and I was like, well, I'll try this one, Assassination
Yeah.
Classroom. It was only 4 episodes for the beginning, or when I found it. It was
Yeah.
only 4 episodes long so far.
It's crazy.
It's
I watched
great.
that entire show weekly,
It was a great show.
all 2 seasons. Yeah. But speaking
Highly recommend.
of anime that have impacted
Mm-hmm.
me or people, I mean, Assassination Classroom didn't
Impacted you, physically?
It impacted me. Like, it was a good show. But I want to bring up my brother
Oh yeah.
in this. So my brother watched that show, and that kind of like solidified his idea of becoming a teacher.
Yeah.
After watching that show, his dream of becoming a teacher just was like way more realized,
Yeah.
and I think it helped him out a lot. So
Oh, yeah. I think it's a good representation of what, I mean, in a sense, but it's a good representation of what what teachers should be trying to achieve. Like, as a teacher, you shouldn't just be going because you got nothing else, or you don't really know, or like you're just doing it for teaching or whatever, or like to torture people, whatever. I don't know. But a lot of teachers seem to go for the bad reasons when, you know, this kind of encompasses the idea of what a teacher should be doing in school and should be trying to do. I mean, like, not just so much throwing the troubled kids aside and just focusing on the kids who excel, but also, you know, putting focus onto everybody and also putting focus onto what they're best at and what their strengths are. And really
exactly.
digging to find a student's strength.
Yeah, and then in turn, they start to love learning in general because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love Assassination Classroom.
So
It's
good.
Such a good show.
Watch it.
Um,
Definitely had an impact.
yeah,
All anime has an impact, I guess.
same. But should I go again?
Going more specific.
More specific? Yeah, this time
Yeah,
I'll
go
actually do
ahead.
like a good,
Give me
impacted
something
me in a
good.
good way.
Give me something good. That's an impact.
Please stop doing that. I feel like I can
Impact
see
sounds
your
really
lips
weird.
just like moving slightly through the mic, and it looks so awful. It looks so cursed.
Yeah, I'm an impact.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
What impacted you then?
So, I guess I'll do this one first because I'd say this is the biggest anime-like thing that has impacted me the most.
Yeah.
I'm sure you already know about it, but the Persona series. I mean, technically, it's not an anime; it's a video game,
That's
but it's
fair.
like an anime video game, so
Yeah.
I'd say it still counts. Yeah, Persona really helped me out and changed my life a lot.
Yeah.
'Cause freshman and sophomore year of high school, I didn't really have any friends. And then,
It's okay to mention a video game because we are not just anime. We are just anime centric.
exactly.
We talk about video games here, people,
Yeah, anything.
and pop culture. Sorry, go ahead. I interrupted you poorly.
It's all right. But yeah, my freshman and sophomore year, I didn't really have many friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the second semester of my sophomore year, I met two people in my classes who liked anime. And before then, I didn't really know anyone who liked anime. Everyone just saw me as the anime kid.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm invisible in your life.
Okay, besides you and my brother, okay, I didn't really know anyone who liked anime, especially at school.
Yeah.
At school, I was just seen as the quiet anime kid,
Yeah.
and people just thought I was weird. And granted, I mean, I kind of was.
You still are.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
in a better way. Back then, I was just cringy and edgy
Yeah.
when I really shouldn't have been.
So edgy.
But in my second semester of my sophomore year, I met people who also watched anime. And they kept talking about this game called Persona 4.
Yeah.
And so I was pretty interested in it. So they let me borrow their Vita. And I spent the next 6 months playing through Persona 4. And that game just like completely changed my life. Before
I love
then,
Persona 4.
before I played that game, I had friends at school, but I didn't really consider them friends. They were just people I sometimes talked to.
Yeah.
You know, I never hung out with them outside of school. I never talked to them about personal stuff or my personal life. But after playing that game, I realized that I should. I should talk to them more, and I should learn about them, and I should try to make an effort to meet more people.
Yeah.
Because in Persona, you know, you're basically feel like you're in a group of friends, and you do stuff together, and you have adventures together, and you learn about your friends in the game. You learn about the characters and the problems they face, and the hardships they deal with.
And you kind of have to like go out and find the friends too. Like you don't really like, I mean, in a sense they come to you, but like in a sense it like teaches you like
sure.
to engage with them.
Yeah,
or
like
engage with people.
The party members come to you, obviously,
Yeah.
but like the other characters, like
Yeah.
the band girl, if you choose to do band, or the sport people.
And even with the party members that join you eventually, you still, like, for their side stories, you still got to go out and talk to them.
Yeah,
and,
it's up to you to learn about.
You don't have to talk to anybody. You just play through that game really. Just
if you want, you can just study every day and do nothing else.
And then you'll realize you wasted the entire game.
Yep.
Just like life.
Yeah, but playing that game was just kind of a crazy realization for me.
Yeah.
As I'm like, I don't have to be known as the quiet anime kid. I don't have to be lonely all my high school life.
Yeah.
I should try to make something of this. And so that gave me the motivation to audition for the school play. So I kind of liked theater and I kind of liked acting, but I never really gave it a full shot before. And that was the first time like I really tried at it. And I auditioned and I got in. And then in turn that play changed my life. Through that play, The Miracle Worker, I met so many people. I became friends with so many new people. And ever since then, I feel like I've just been introduced to so many amazing and wonderful people. And I've had those persona-like experiences.
Yeah.
Like going on a camping trip with friends, you know?
That's great.
Stuff like that. Just going out to eat with friends. Before, I never even thought I would be able to experience that. But now, that's a normal thing for me.
Do you think... It's always interesting. I was thinking about this a little while ago. And I was thinking, like, I wonder why anime... A lot of anime really targets, like, high school kids or, like, kids in school, really.
Yeah. So...
I wonder why.
I actually know the answer to that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of depressing.
So is life.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So in Japan, basically... You know, Japan is very, like, work-focused.
Yeah.
Right. And...
Very work-focused.
Yeah. It's pretty bad, actually.
Yeah.
People overwork themselves all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But in their eyes, they kind of see high school as, like the last time you're free in life.
Interesting.
Because after high school, you just go to work, basically.
Yeah, and you kind of lose... It's just work every day.
You lose all that hope and...
Interesting.
Optimism, so...
I wonder, like, so, like,
I feel like that's the main reason.
There's a lot of, like, focus, like, on this idea, like, high school is that time in their lives where everything's free, hopeful, like, you discover so much.
Mm-hmm.
And then, in a sense, like, but it's interesting because, like, in a sense, it's like, they discover so much in those times. So then by the time they do become an adult, shouldn't that impact their lives becoming an adult? Or maybe that's kind of their sense of, like, wishing they could have these great memories and maybe impact their lives later. And I wonder, like, is there an anime out there? I don't think I've seen an anime out there where it's like, you've had this great glory days of high school, kind of these great days of school where you were so free and all that, and then hit that work life and be just bogged down into depression. I wonder, like, because as, you know, in media and film and any type of media source, really, usually writers write out of what they know. And most of it is, like, you know, revolved around the culture. Like, you know, basic example is, like, Godzilla, atom bomb, you know.
Yeah.
Japan made Godzilla because of the A-bomb. Godzilla is the representation of the atom bomb. So, like, and then, you know, they write based off of, you know, school experience and how school was that. And so I wonder why nobody's really written many animes about the depressing times of being an adult.
Yeah.
There. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I feel like there definitely are
I'm
some
sure
anime
there
out
is.
there, but
you'd
they're
think
very
there'd be
rare.
more. Yeah.
And I haven't really seen them.
Yeah.
Actually, that brings up another anime. That's exactly about that, actually.
Really?
It's called Welcome to the NHK. Have you seen it?
No, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, you should. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I really like that show.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's basically about that. The main character is just like, after high school, he just became a shut-in and like couldn't talk to people.
Interesting.
And he turned to a lot of bad things. And it's just this story of him slowly like having more confidence in himself.
Yeah.
And getting over his depression.
Yeah.
And then making friends and stuff. And it's a really good anime, and it talks a lot about depression and suicide even. And it's really good. I really recommend it.
Yeah. Interesting. Sounds very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
But,
it's on the list.
Yeah, besides that, I can't really think of
Yeah.
any other...
You think it'd be more impactful, since it's very impactful in their culture about how hard it is just being an adult over there and working constantly.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is very weird.
Yeah.
Do you have another anime that has impacted you?
Well, you know what? Since you went with a video game, I'll go with a video game.
All right. Sounds good.
I would say a really big video game that impacted me, I think you know, is definitely Xenoblade.
Yeah, I knew it.
I mean, what a masterpiece of game. But, like, I mean, let's see. We played Xenoblade. When did I play it? I think I played it in early college.
I think we all played it around the same time.
I remember playing it, and it's so in-depth. It's so long, but the story is saying so much about just life in general, about beliefs, about people, about the world, about everything. Just everything. And, you know, racism, struggles, just so much.
Even religion.
Like, good versus bad, the gray in between, like how we're so blinded by good versus bad sometimes. And just, and just religion and just belief. And it really opened my eyes quite a bit, just kind of seeing this story. And you really just see... You kind of just see every side of it, and it was just so. I won't spoil too much, because I think you all just play it if you haven't. Yeah, because it's just such a good game.
It's a great game,
and I think it's definitely impactful. It's just, it'll really make you think, and I think that was one of the first. I think that's one of the first pieces of media that really, really got me thinking about like my life personally, about just what I think and what I believe in and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
I really need to replay that game, honestly, because I feel like I would take so much more out of it now that I'm older than I did when I first played it.
Oh yeah,
because I think I was honestly in middle school when I first played it.
What a game to be impacted by! What a game to experience as a middle schooler.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh,
I feel like I would appreciate it a lot more now.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that sense where you like watch a movie or watch something when you're a kid, and then you watch it now and you're like, whoa, I missed a lot of things in that.
Yeah.
I'm replaying it right now. I'm going through it again.
I really want to, but I just have a lot of other like video game commitments with friends.
Sure.
It's true.
Sure. He's lying. He doesn't have friends.
I have to play The Witcher 3 right now, which is a massive game. I haven't played too much of it recently, just because I've been busy with life. But
great things I've heard.
You know, one of my friends, the deal was if he played Persona, I would play Witcher, and he played Persona and finished Persona 5 a while ago. I still haven't gotten through like any of Witcher, so I gotta do that before.
We all know you don't actually have a friend.
Right.
This is a made-up story.
Yeah, you're my only friend.
Making this up. He's making this up to make them sound like he has friends.
Yeah, I forgot. You're my only friend.
It was a good try. Mm-hmm. It's a good try.
Yeah.
Yeah. So give me another. What else impacted you?
Another one? So...
Sorry.
I guess I'll do this one. This is kind of more personal, I guess. If that's fine. I don't know how...
Get personal.
All right.
Get personal with me.
Get
down and personal.
To people who have seen this anime, it's probably going to sound kind of dumb that it impacted me this much. But there's a specific reason behind it, and I'll get to it.
Just say the anime and then don't even explain.
But I don't know if you've seen The Rising of the Shield Hero.
Nope.
So it's an isekai, basically.
Yeah.
You know what an isekai is, right? Where a guy gets transported to another world.
Yeah.
Sword Art Online, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Most anime.
Yeah. Most anime.
Most shonens.
Yeah.
Kind of. No, not most shonens. Not Fairy Tail, not Naruto, not One Piece.
No.
Just Sword Art.
Is
maybe?
Bleach considered an isekai? 'Cause technically,
everything is considered an isekai.
Honestly, it's true if you think about it enough. Yeah.
You're an isekai. Isekai? Isekai.
It's isekai, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, Rising of the Shield Hero.
Yeah.
It's at first it seems like your typical isekai, there's not much to it. And it really is like it's a good show to me because of personal reasons, but to most people think it's just a really mediocre, bland show. But basically it's about this guy, he, your typical average day otaku.
You mean you?
Yep, me. Mm-hmm.
This is why it impacted you. We realize.
He goes to a library and he finds this book about like the 4 legendary heroes.
Yeah.
And there's a spear hero, a bow hero, a sword hero, and a shield hero.
Okay.
And he flips through the pages and then he gets to the shield hero part and it's blank. And then he gets transported to another world.
He's the shield
as the shield hero. And he's the shield hero.
How did I know?
Yeah. And then basically 4 people from Japan get summoned to that world because they have to save it. And now they're the 4 legendary heroes.
Of course.
And he was like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? It's just a shield. I can't attack with this. So it's just awful from the beginning, and the other heroes start to make fun of him. He's like, I didn't choose this. I would much rather a sword or anything else than a shield. But then they start to recruit party members, and he gets this one girl on his party after no one else wanted to be on his team because everyone thinks he would be weak because he's just a shield. No one wants to be on the shield heroes team.
I wouldn't.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But this girl, she seems super nice at first.
Yeah.
And he starts to become more optimistic. And he's like, you know what? I can do something out of this. I'm in a fantasy world. That's so cool. But then soon everything just falls apart, and then the girl who joined his party turned out to be the princess of the kingdom, and she falsely accused him of rape, basically. And he was falsely labeled as a criminal, and all of the other heroes hated him.
Interesting.
Everyone in the entire kingdom hated him. But he was a hero, so he couldn't go to jail. He still had to fight for the world that hated him. And it's just really cool. You see him going from just 0 to hero, basically. It's just one of those stories.
Interesting.
But I watched Shield Hero at kind of the perfect time of my life. That anime came out at the exact time I needed it.
Interesting.
So I'm not going to get into specifics.
Yeah.
But all I'm going to say is I was kind of in a similar situation, I guess, where I was falsely accused of something.
Not as extreme as this guy.
Yeah, not as extreme, but I was falsely accused of something.
But we won't say what.
Yeah, I won't go into specifics, but it was a really difficult time in my life, and I was worried that like everyone hated me basically.
Yeah.
And I started to have like a lot of self-hatred. But then I found this anime of just this character going through a very similar situation
Yeah.
as me. And yet he still was able to overcome it and find people who did support him, who did trust him,
Oh, yeah.
who did see him for who he really was. And I'm like, it is possible to find people like that.
Yeah.
And it is possible to go from zero to hero.
Oh, yeah.
And so it just gave me a lot of motivation to just, I don't know, keep going, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
That's
yeah.
good. That's a good impact.
That's it's another anime that has impacted me
Yeah.
on a pretty personal note. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Huh.
I recommend it. It's a good anime.
It's a good anime. I'll watch it eventually. Add it to the list.
Yeah. The never-ending list.
Never-ending story.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
If I must. Well, the anime that impacted me. I think a really big one for me. Let's see. I think a big anime that really had an impact on me was probably, I would have to say, Mushishi.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think it's just, oh man, I wouldn't be able to say like, oh, I'm like the guy or anything, but it's just watching. I mean, the show, you know, it's a bit of an anthology,
Yeah.
but at the same time, the main character is always consistently the same, Ginkgo. He goes around in this world where Mushi, which are neither good nor bad, kind of affect nature and people in various ways. And sometimes it can be bad, like a kid has lost his sight, or somebody lost their hearing, or the water's been poisoned. But a lot of the time it's also the human impact on these Mushi that have caused these things. And it was just kind of this impactful thing to see, you know. I always felt kind of I always kind of had a bad outlook on the world and nature and life, and I just thought, you know, why does a lot of these things happen? Why death? Like, why terrible death? Why disease? Why famine? You know, all this. And Mushishi kind of goes over this fact of, you know, Mushi aren't really trying to do anything bad nor good. And at the same time, you know, this guy's going across the world trying to teach people, trying to help people, not only help people, but him. Or, sorry, not only people, but Mushi. In a sense, he understands Mushi, and he understands that the fact they're not trying to, like, kill people or destroy people, but he's trying to teach people and to work with nature. And in a sense, it really impacts, I think it has a great impact for today, because in a sense, it's like global warming. And I think it's in a sense of what we're doing to nature too, because we're cutting down most of the rainforest, or we're destroying a lot of nature. And I think Mushishi, I mean, whether, I know I'm getting a little political, and I don't mean to get political or anything, but I mean, you know, science of it is we are destroying nature, and, you know, we're losing it. And Mushi kind of introduced this fact of me, of like impacting me in the fact that we can work with nature. We don't need to, it doesn't need to be nature or us, but we can collaborate. We are part of nature. And, you know, we don't need to go crazy and mess with it, but we can learn more about it, and we can teach ourselves more about it. And I think Mushishi really dives into that fact without really just saying it's nature, and kind of giving nature an essence, calling it Mushi, and really kind of diving into this fact where this guy kind of goes around. He's a simple traveler that is not just trying to, like, you know, be like, no, stop doing this, or like, stop doing that. Like, he's not just trying to, like, stop people or make people leave Mushi alone or whatever. He's also trying to help the people. Mm-hmm. And I like it. And it's a beautiful show, beautiful animation, great show.
Yeah, it's Mushishi is one of the most peaceful
Yeah.
shows I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Like after a bad day,
Yeah.
just put on an episode of Mushishi, and
Oh, yeah.
it'll just calm you down.
It really does.
It'll just calm you. It's so peaceful.
You're kind of like, man. That's what it also impacted me with was, you know, in really struggling times or rough times, I was always just, whenever I'd watch Mushishi, it would really feel like it would just calm me or make me feel at an inner peace where I wasn't so depressed or anxious or whatever, and kind of just felt nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mushishi is an amazing show.
Oh, yeah. Great show. So suggest highly.
Yep. Every anime we talk about on this episode,
Yeah.
I recommend highly.
Yeah. Brady highly recommends.
Okay, not every anime.
Brady highly
we talked
recommends.
about. Yeah, Corpse Party.
Rehealer.
No.
You heard it from his mouth, but ladies and gentlemen, he recommends every anime on this show.
If you watch Redo of Healer, that's not my fault. But just, yep.
You can blame it on him.
No.
Do it.
Please don't.
Do it. Anyway, you have some more?
Yes, I have one more. Sure.
Go for it.
Should we do one more each and then end off?
Your one more might be the one I was thinking of too.
Okay, so I've two I really want to talk about. But I don't know. I guess I just have to talk about this because, you know.
You don't have to talk about anything.
But One Piece, right? No, like...
Of course. Of course.
As funny as it seems...
You know what I was going to say, One Piece too.
Oh, yeah, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, were you?
I was.
Yeah, okay. Pretty sure I know what you're going to say next, but...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but One Piece...
I don't think you do.
One Piece has really impacted me a lot.
Yeah. What
So
about it, though? Like, what about it outside the fact that these people are a crazy crew of pirates?
one of the main themes of One Piece, in my opinion, is that you should always try to make your life have an impact so that even after you're gone and you've left the world, people will remember you. There's this one quote in One Piece where a character says, "When does a man die? When he gets shot in the chest? No. When he drinks a soup made of poison? No. When he suffers from an incurable disease? Also no. A man dies when he's forgotten." And that quote has always stuck with me.
Yeah.
And even in like the most recent arc, the main villain of the most recent arc, his main goal, his dream is to die. He wants to have an honorable death. Because in his eyes, he's seen so many people die in an honorable way that has impacted the entire world.
Yeah.
And so he just wants to have that, and yet he's the strongest creature alive and basically invincible, so he can't die even if he tries to kill himself. Yeah,
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. But he always says that only in death is your life truly complete. And I kind of agree with that, honestly. Like, just live your life in just the way you want to up until your death. And that's part of the reason why I've been so interested in geriatric social work, which is what I've been going to school to study for.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there are these old people who may not have, you know, friends or family to look after them or to take care of them. And so I want to try to be there for them so that when they do leave, they have at least someone to remember them by. And One Piece kind of like sparked that idea in me.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. One Piece is a good show. Please watch it, Daniel. Play. It's a good show.
I mean, if you're gonna bring up One Piece, I'll bring up Naruto.
All right.
Because, I mean, Naruto just impacts us all. I mean, I won't talk about Naruto for long. But I was originally going to talk about it. But I think, I mean, it is my favorite anime. And I think the reason it is my favorite anime, because you do learn, he teaches you about the impact of friendship. The impact of why community and why people around you are so important. And, like, how you kind of, like, see this... You see this balance between him and Sasuke of what it is to, like, these kids who were pretty much left alone and had nobody in their lives and had nothing. And you watch both the paths they take. And you clearly see Naruto's path and why his path is so much better and more impactful. And, you kind of see why he is so strong. Not because he's personally strong, but because... he has the backing of his friends and the know that he has his friends. Like, you can be strong, but, as long as if you don't have the confidence, where are you even at? Mm-hmm. I mean, it just kind of shows you the impact of confidence. And I really like it. I mean, there's so much to dive into that show. I mean, so much meaning in that show. We'll get into it probably another time, but yeah, I think Naruto there's a lot of Naruto. Impact. Oh, yeah.
I feel like most shonens have like the same cliche trope of just an underdog. It's an underdog story where the kid starts out like useless and people hate him, but then he grows into a hero. Another zero to hero.
Yeah,
Naruto is exactly that, but I feel like Naruto is kind of the pinnacle of that.
Yeah,
and especially when I first watched it. My middle school self when I first watched that. It was very inspiring to me. And even today, I feel like Naruto, more so than most shows, or even most anime, handles, just shows depression in such a realistic way. Yeah. Like, there's spoilers, but there's a scene in Naruto where Naruto has a panic attack.
Oh, yeah. I think we talked about this last time, too.
Yeah, did we?
I think so. When Sakura talks,
Yeah, but...
Go ahead.
Like, I've never seen media be able to portray just a panic attack in such a realistic way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's amazing. I love Naruto.
It's so good. I love... One of the best parts of Naruto is him and his speech between Pain. And I mean, Pain is a bad guy, but it's fascinating because he talks about, how there's no hope for this world and people will always be at war and, despair and destruction is never endless and nobody will be able to be the hero to come up into the world and truly bring peace. And then Naruto gives this outstanding speech about peace and community and friendship and then just outstanding, and you watch it.
Yeah. A lot of people complain about that, how Naruto just uses talk no jutsu to get through any situation. And like, I understand that complaint, but I love that so much.
Yeah, I mean,
just like
we already have enough anime where they're beating the crap out of the bad guy to win.
Yeah. There are other ways to solve conflicts than just, brute strength.
Yeah, if you want to watch someone beat the crap out of someone in an anime, watch Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
They'll just kick the crap out of people.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, they still give good speeches. They still give good talks a little bit about it, but they also still just beat the crap out of them. But Naruto, I think the best thing about it is he's using talk jutsu.
Yeah. It's really great. I love Naruto.
Yeah, I think there's one anime we need to talk about. And we have a listener that has written in about that specific anime.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, you want me to read? You want me to read his comment first?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure do.
We'll go ahead and read his comment. This listener, by the way, if you want to write in, go ahead and reach us at. You can reach out to us on Facebook. You can reach out to us in Messenger on Facebook if you would like to keep it private. You can always email us at supershonenbros@gmail.com. You can reach out on Twitter. You can reach out on Twitter and Instagram at supershonenbros. And just write in whatever you want to talk about. We'll post a little early about what subject we'll be talking about next time before we talk about it. So this way you can write in. And Andrew has done this. And you know, if you don't want us to disclose your name, we'll make sure not to. But Andrew said it was okay.
Okay.
So this is from Andrew. He wrote in about a silent voice.
Yeah, that's...
Of course.
Yeah. That was the other one I wanted to talk about.
I mean, the silent voice is great. Watch it. But Andrew writes, the movie A Silent Voice had such a profound impact on my life. Aside from the wonderful animation and story, I relate to the main character so much. The themes of regret, depression, social and / emotional anxiety, and the self-improvement which fall in line with his story, and the self-improvement which fall in line with his story began to align with my life over time in an almost shocking way. When I watch it, I enjoy an already beautiful film in which I can see a bit of myself, from the low points to the high ones. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for writing it.
That's pretty great, though.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll
just say he pretty much said it all.
Yeah, basically. I feel the exact same way.
Oh, yeah. And you know what's funny? I literally just watched Silent Voice with my girlfriend.
Did you actually?
Yeah. It's great. She liked it.
Did she? She better have. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, I recently watched A Silent Voice again with a couple friends of mine for my birthday. Because I usually always try to watch it around this time of year, around my birthday, because of stuff and things that have happened before. But every time I watch it, it's kind of just like a reminder to myself that, you know, despite you know, your flaws and the bad things you may have done in the past, or the bad things that you're probably going to do in the future, the mistakes you're going to make, that's not an excuse to give up. You always keep going.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Because I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about you. I feel like for you, I feel like every time you watch it on your birthday every year, and I think for you, it's almost a different experience every time you get to watch it.
Yeah, every time.
I mean, for me, I think I could say the same, but like, I think it's just a really powerful film about your past, like you said. I mean, it just really hits hard with depression and dealing with who you are and who you were and who you can be. I think the anime really hits hard with life. And I mean, you know, as a kid, I mean, it kind of hits home with life in general, because I mean, in a sense, you get a strong sense of how kids get brainwashed with diversity and difference, and how, you know, easily a kid can get wrapped up in, oh, this kid is different. They are weird, and I don't like it. And it kind of like really wraps around that idea, and kind of wraps around this idea of him growing up and seeing his wrongs, and seeing how naive he was as a kid to not really truly understand diversity. And I think that's a really strong point to make about what we teach kids about diversity. I mean, what we're not teaching kids about people being different. Because, I mean, you're always going to get not everybody is different. Everybody is different. And some people's difference stands out more than others. And they can get severely bullied for it and severely hurt for it. And you're watching this anime as people are severely mean to this girl. And it's very sad to watch, but it's a rather beautiful film. And you can see where self-hate really roots itself.
Yeah, it's just a beautifully tragic movie
Yeah.
about the
Oh, yeah.
journey of self-acceptance and
Yes.
self-love.
Oh yeah,
And
it's beautiful.
watching that movie really helped me find
Yeah.
my own self-worth and helped me
Oh, yeah.
love myself.
Oh yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
self-hate can come from many directions.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie, I think, really takes a good angle on the different angles it can happen from. Whether you're the bully or the bullyee. And I think it's beautiful for that. I love it.
Yeah. It's my favorite movie of all time, and I don't think that'll ever change.
Oh yeah. I mean, Andrew said it. I mean, I think for all of us, he says, when I watch it, I enjoy an already beautiful film in which I can see a bit of myself from the low points to the high ones. I'd love that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that really fits everyone.
Yeah.
I really that's the perfect line for that movie.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andrew. We
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks.
the write-in.
Thanks, Andrew.
Oh yeah. You know what, Andrew?
Yeah.
Yeah, me
I
too.
love Andrew.
I love Andrew.
I love him.
That's weird.
Okay.
We're getting weird.
It's true.
We can't get too serious here.
Yep. I feel like this will probably be one of the only episodes where we're actually serious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Perhaps.
Never serious. We're not even serious now.
Yep. You're never
we were
serious.
never serious. You're right. I've never once been serious in my entire life.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Especially when we talked about your shirt and your trash.
Hey.
Anyway.
That was a good shirt. Actually, did you know, funny story, segueing off of that.
Here we go. Derailing again.
I feel like you probably know this, but yeah, that shirt that I talked about last episode, the anime is trash and so am I. I wore that in my senior picture in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great. That's my legacy.
I already know this.
Yeah, but
Why are
they don't.
Why are you telling me
They
this?
don't.
Nobody's listening to this. We've already been establishing this. No, we got a few listens for the first episodes.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening in.
Yeah,
We
thanks so
appreciate it.
much. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love anime podcasts.
Oh, yeah. Every
Anime,
Monday,
video
baby.
game, pop culture podcast. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Every Monday.
Every Monday.
Every Monday. Well, okay. I think we pretty much hit everything that impacted us pretty well.
Yeah.
Unless you have anything else to cover.
No, I feel like
No.
that should be it. Covered all the
Oh,
big
yeah.
points.
I mean, I think most anime has impacted me.
I mean, yeah. I
would
mean,
say
I have
that.
a lot of other shows
Yeah,
that have
yeah.
impacted me that I'm sure we'll
Constantly.
probably get to another
Yeah.
time.
Just watch anime, people. You'll be impacted all the time.
Yeah, all the
Yeah,
time.
Maybe we'll come back to the subject
Yeah, I'm fine with doing like a part 2 at sometime.
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 Episode 300.
Yep. There we go.
Anyway, I think it's time we move on to our next segment where we suggest only one thing. Not two, but one.
Just one.
And if you suggest more than two, you'll be executed. Brady.
It's my turn.
No, I'm just saying, Brady, you'll be executed
Okay.
for mentioning two.
So
Only one. Okay, go ahead.
So one.
One. No, don't even say it.
So One Piece, right?
This is your suggestion? You can't suggest One Piece every week.
Okay. Yeah, but what if I do?
Oh, God. We're going to lose all of our listeners. They already know.
They might like One Piece.
They
okay?
already know.
I love One Piece.
Suggestion you watched
Okay.
or read recently.
Oh, okay, fine. So yeah, you saw me
I
watching
told you
it
not
earlier.
One Piece.
Not One Piece this time, I swear.
I'm just kidding.
Even though I want it to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, you saw me watching it earlier. But
Yeah.
Ruby,
Yeah.
I don't know how much you know about that show, but
I've heard
it's
good things.
it's
Not a lot.
It's like it's not an anime because it's made in the U.S. by Rooster Teeth.
It's like a Last Airbender kind of thing.
Yeah. But honestly, I'm on like the 6th season,
Yeah.
and it's honestly incredible.
Interesting.
It reminds me so much of just like your typical shonen,
Yeah.
but with a lot of just other like cool things thrown in. The fights in Ruby are really short,
Yeah.
and they might not be like emotional fights most of the time.
Yeah.
But the choreography in those fights are amazing. Despite like the animation looking kind of wonky at times, the fights are always top notch.
Yeah.
And it's always so entertaining. And then the characters have so much development, and there's so much lore about the world.
Yeah.
And so much development on the world.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so much just like mysteries and secrets. It's a really great show.
Interesting.
The animation is really bad at first, but if you watch through the first couple of seasons, it gets better.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
It's good to know. Well, crap. What do I have to mention? Recently, I haven't watched anime recently. Okay. I would say a recent film I watched. I'll recommend it. There's a new movie out with Rami Malek and Denzel Washington and Jared Leto.
Dude, I love Rami Malek.
An interesting person. It's called The Little Things. It's a new movie out in theaters. It was really interesting. It's a kind of a detective drama thriller. And it really dives into Rami Malek as this new detective on this murder case and on a homicide case. And this older detective, Denzel Washington, comes back in town to get some analysis stuff, and he gets tied back up into this case, and we find out he used to be a detective in L.A., and he starts getting wrapped up, like, noticing signs that this might be a similar case that he was working on that he never got to solve, and they kind of really suspect Jared. I mean, this is all in the trailer, but they kind of suspect Jared Leto, and they're really kind of like following him and onto him. He's a pretty creepy guy, but like, I think the movie does something pretty different from what most detective dramas do. It's very fascinating. It's very thrilling, and it takes a turn that I don't think people would really think, and kind of leaves you really thinking. It's a really good film. It's if you're looking for something to go watch in theaters, I recommend it.
Yeah, if you can watch it in theaters.
If you can, stay safe as well, But yeah, if you're looking for a good movie night, it's a good one.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
That sounds cool to me,
fun.
especially because it has Rami Malek in it.
Yeah,
I love Rami Malek.
He's great.
Mr. Robot. Yeah, Mr. Robot is the best.
Yeah, good show. Watch that. No, only one. Only one. We can't talk about two. Only one recommendation.
Okay, fine.
One and only one.
Yeah, but One Piece Chapter 1003 was so
Shut
cool.
Your mouth.
It's
Shut
so
your
great, dude.
mouth. Shut your mouth. Only one.
I hope you know I'm going to break that rule every time just because of One Piece.
And I'm going to break your legs every time. Just kidding. I'm going to physically harm Brady.
Okay. Yeah.
On the podcast.
Well, you already do. This basically is just Daniel bullies Brady the podcast.
No, not really. I don't know what you're talking about.
Agree to disagree.
Anyway, I think that's about it for our show.
That's about it. That was a fun episode.
Yeah, thanks guys for listening in. Hope you liked episode 2. Go ahead and keep up on our Facebook page and Instagram and Twitter, wherever you like to follow us. Keep an eye out for posts and updates on what we're doing next week. Also, if you want to support us, you can go to patreon.com /supershonenbros. We appreciate all the support you guys can give. And make sure to also follow, subscribe, and also rate and review. Hopefully it's 5 stars.
Yeah.
Be sad if it's... I mean, I would give it 1.
I mean, same.
I would give it 10.
Yeah.
Because I rated it and reviewed it for both of us.
Wow.
You don't get a say.
Yeah, I usually don't. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But, that was a fun episode.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure talking to you.
A pleasure.
Pleasure.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Uh-huh.
It was a real pleasure.
Yeah, it was. I love talking about
a pleasure.
anime and how they've impacted me.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. All right. Well. Fairly well.
Fairly well, everyone.
Fairly well.
Fairly well.
We never know how to end this.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I mean, I literally don't know how to end this. I can't figure out how to stop the recording.
Well, that's a problem.
We're just going to sit here
Okay.
until next week.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of work. I have to work in like